All right, boys, man. Welcome back to another YouTube video. I gotta tell y'all a quick story of what just happened. See, like I said, this channel was just straight up about like things that happen in life, or just, you know what I'm saying, straight up advice or things that I'm even going through that could probably help you and probably change your life. Anyways, I don't want to do too much talking, so let's just get like straight into it. First things first, you can't save everybody that don't actually want to be saved, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because you're trying to force people to do things that they don't want to do. They claim they want this thing, but they're not willing to put in the work to go get it. And that's the issue nowadays. A lot of people want Lambos, they want money, they want cars, but they're not willing to put in the work. They're not willing to pray every day. You know what I mean? So they're not willing to sacrifice. So you can't help these people. There was times I try to force my beliefs on the people, which is, I totally regret that. And look what they did. It ended up backfiring. They end up wanting nothing to do with you. They don't want to, you know what I'm saying, grow and learn. They just claim they do. Everybody just wants things without putting in any actual work. And that's the issue. So like, only help people who is actually asking. So last week, this basically just happened to me like last week. So I'm over here, you know what I'm saying? I'm chilling. And, you know, we was talking about the law of attraction, you know. I was talking to this dude. We was talking about the law of attraction and manifestation. We was actually kicking it about the subconscious mind. So another guy ended up joining our conversation, and we ended up, you know, all talking together. When we were talking about the law of attraction and manifestation, it's this other dude. It's like it went one ear and out the other. You know what I mean? That the stuff we were saying. So I told him, I was like, I went from $10,000 a year to like $100,000 this year. And I told him because I read Think and Grow Rich, and you know what I'm saying, I meditated every single day, and then my income increased. You know what I mean? So what I'm trying to tell y'all is, he got mad at me because he was like, well, you ain't putting me on. Like, he told me this the next day. The next day, he was like, you ain't put me on. And I'm sitting here telling him, like, bro, you got to understand. I just told you the answer. I told you that you have to raise your vibration. You have to raise your thinking. Money is nothing but spiritual energy. You know what I mean? Before the dollar was actually created, it was a thought. So if you actually thought working hard to get money was accurate, it's really not. So I'm over here trying to tell him, like, bro, it's nothing but a mindset. You know what I mean? It's a mindset. And yeah, it just went in and out his ear, and that's the issue, y'all. He didn't really want the help because he would have knew what I was saying. And it's like every time I talk about this manifestation stuff, he don't listen to me. So it's like, why are you asking me questions? And I have to tell you this because it's bothered me. You got to understand, if these people really want to get help, you know what I'm saying, they'll ask questions. This guy didn't ask no questions. As soon as me and my guy, Sean, as soon as we shut the fuck up, basically he changed the subject completely. So you got to understand this, bro. Once we stopped talking, he changed the subject. Because guess what, bro? You wasn't listening. I told you the answer. You have to understand that you have to change your mindset. That's really how you get the money. You have to raise your vibration. You don't have to worry about the outside. Because guess what, bro? You're not going to settle for less anyway. Like I've been saying for months. You're just naturally not going to settle for less. You feel me? So you're gonna apply that. I'm telling you, bro. Work on a business and visualize your success, or write it down every morning and every night. I promise you, like a lot of people, they don't actually want it, man. They don't want it bad enough. They're not willing to put in the work. So listen, the only way you can help somebody is if they actually want to be helped. They're going to ask you questions about the thing of what you were doing. Most of these people don't want help. A lot of these people are just all talk. They're just talking about what they want, but they're not willing to actually put in the work. So if people don't want to be helped, don't help her. I know y'all heard that saying. If she don't want to be saved, don't save her, bro. If she's a fucking whore, why are you trying to cuff her? And that's the issue with a lot of you niggas, bro. Y'all be trying to cuff. Y'all be cuffing hoes and shit like that. They're hoes. They're whores. And you over here cuffing her. Now she embarrassing you. See, that's why I don't be cuffing, bro. I don't cuff them. I do what I do. You feel me? And that's it, bro. But like all that like cuffing, bro, that's crazy. Now she embarrassing you. Now you gotta take her home to your family. You might gotta kill that girl. Which I understand sometimes that's not really kind of controllable, but like it is controllable, but not at the same time. You feel me? But anyways, ignore that point that I just said. The point is, you can't save people who don't want to be saved. If they want to be for the streets, let them be for the streets. If they want to be rich and then they don't want to take action or do anything, then bro, stop talking about it. Honestly, I wasn't even talking to him in the first place. He joined our conversation. But stop telling me how bad you want to be rich and how you want to do things, but you don't want to raise your thinking. You don't want to raise your vibration. You don't want to pray to God. I gave you the answer. People almost get irritated when you tell them the real answer. See, you want to hear some third dimensional answer. You want me to tell you what to do out here to get it. I can tell you that. I can tell you that all day. Well, guess what? If you don't raise your vibration, you're going to go right back to your baseline. Right back to your baseline. Because you have to change your paradigm. You have to change your self-image. You change your self-image first, and then you take the action. And no, on God, wasn't gatekeeping. You still have to, it's nothing to gatekeep, bro. It's just through experience. But you know what I mean? It don't even matter. I could tell you everything. There's plenty of YouTube videos telling you how to become a millionaire. But if you don't change your self-image or your paradigm, that business idea is not going to work. It don't matter what business you try. So that's what I'm saying. There's no point of switching business model to business model. Focus on one business, raise your vibration, something that you're interested in, and, work hard at it, visualize it, pray about it, and it's going to happen. You feel me? So don't be trying to save people who don't want to be saved, bro. Anyways, I'm going to catch you on the next video, man. Peace. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments down below.